The Ozark Fort Rucker KOA Journey Campground has been recognized with the KOA Icon Award. Joining us this evening via Zoom to talk about that is Aaron Williamson, KOA's Vice President of Franchise Operations. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for being here with us. Tell us what this award is.
Yeah, thank you. The Icon Award is KOA's highest recognition awarded to the top 10% of campgrounds all across North America. What makes it meaningful is that it's data-driven and it's based on real guest feedback, operational performance, consistent execution, and it recognizes campgrounds that don't just deliver one great weekend, but provides that excellence stay after stay after stay.
And tell to us a little bit more about how the recipients are determined.
Yeah, great question. Our wonderful recipients are determined using measurable performance metrics, including guest satisfaction scores like the Net Promoter Score, through growth, engagement, and participation in KOA programs that drive excellence.
So what qualified Ozark Fort Rucker Campground to earn this award?
Now, Lori, the owner, and the Ozark Fort Rucker KOA Journey stood out because of their consistently high guest satisfaction, including a 93 Net Promoter Score. That's amazing. And their strong operational discipline. Guests feel welcomed through clean facilities, friendly staff, and on-site recreation like the swimming pool, the fishing pond they have there, their playgrounds. And that experience is intentional, and it shows up clearly in the data. As an award, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, no, Aaron, you're fine. I was going to ask you what was the importance of these campgrounds adding a recognition like this to their accolades.
Yeah, I appreciate that. As an award-winning news station, you understand that recognition like this matters because it builds trust with guests before they ever arrive, and it reinforces pride within the team. For the campground, it validates years of effort and commitment to quality. For KOA, it reinforces our promise of consistent, high-quality experiences across the system. KOA's mission is connecting people to the outdoors and to each other. And campgrounds like the Ozark Fort Rucker KOA Journey bring that mission to life by creating spaces where families can slow down, they get outside, and they spend meaningful time together.
And what advice would you give other campgrounds who may want to achieve an award like this?
I said it before, that 93 Net Promoter Score is amazing. And combining that Net Promoter Score with the Icon Award, they tell the same story. Put guests first, and the results follow.
Aaron Williamson, thank you so much for being with us on News 4 at 5, sharing that great news. We appreciate you.
Thanks. Have a great weekend.